Football history has seen many great passers, creators, and visionaries. But only one player changed the meaning of playmaking forever. Lionel Messi. When people talk about playmakers, they usually imagine midfielders standing behind the striker, delivering passes from a distance. Messi destroyed that definition. He didn't just create chances, he became the system. From the moment Messi touched the ball, the game changed direction. Defenders froze. Teammates moved with confidence. Space appeared where none existed. That is the true mark of a playmaker. Messi's playmaking is not about statistics alone. It is about control over chaos. Where others saw pressure, Messi saw opportunity. Where others played safe, Messi played truth. His vision wasn't trained, it was instinctive. Before the ball reached his feet, Messi already knew where his teammates were, where defenders would move, where the next second of the game would unfold. This ability separated him from everyone else. Messi didn't wait for space. He created space. With a single touch, he pulled defenders out of position. With a subtle body feint, he opened passing lanes invisible to the human eye. Many great players can pass. Few can bend the entire defense with a pass. Messi did it weakly. What makes Messi the greatest playmaker in history is not just how many assists he recorded, but how he created them. No-look passes under pressure. Perfectly weighted through balls between four defenders. Instant combinations in the tightest spaces. He didn't pass the ball. He delivered intention. At Barcelona, Messi was not placed behind the striker. He was placed everywhere. False nine. Right winger. Central creator. No matter the position, the result was the same. The game revolved around him. Opponents tried everything to stop Messi's creativity. Man-marking. Double-marking. Defensive blocks. Nothing worked. Because Messi didn't force play. He read it. If defenders closed the center, he attacked wide. If they blocked passing lanes, he dribbled. If they pressed high, he slowed the game. True playmaking is knowing when not to act. Messi mastered that balance. One of the most misunderstood things about Messi is his silence. He didn't shout instructions. He didn't point aggressively. He communicated with timing. A delayed run. A sudden pass. A pause that confused defenders. His teammates trusted him completely. They ran because they knew the ball would arrive perfectly. That trust is the foundation of elite playmaking. Xavi and Iniesta controlled tempo. Messi controlled outcomes. While others recycled possession, Messi broke lines. While others kept rhythm, Messi changed destiny. In the biggest matches, when pressure suffocated creativity, Messi became calmer. Champions League nights. World Cup knockout games. Finals where one moment decides history. Messi delivered. A single pass splitting a defense. A disguised assist that changed a tournament. A creative spark when the team needed oxygen. Playmakers are judged by moments. Messi produced them endlessly. What truly elevates Messi above every playmaker before him is this. He created while being the main scoring threat. Defenders couldn't choose. If they stepped forward, Messi dribbled past them. If they stepped back, he passed. If they hesitated, he scored. That dilemma broke defensive structures. No playmaker in history carried that level of dual danger. He wasn't just the architect. He was also the executioner. This forced entire teams to collapse around him, opening space for others. Space Messi exploited with precision. Over the years, systems were built around stopping Messi. Not Barcelona. Not Argentina. Opponents. When a player forces the opposition to abandon their own identity, he has already won. Messi's playmaking evolved with age. When pace declined, vision sharpened. When dribbles reduced, passing became deadlier. When movement slowed, timing became perfect. Great playmakers age gracefully. Messi aged brilliantly. Even late in his career, he remained the mind of the match. Dictating tempo. Choosing moments. Breaking defenses without speed. Because playmaking lives in the brain, not the legs. Messi didn't dominate football with volume. He dominated with clarity. Every pass had purpose. Every movement had meaning. Every decision was correct more often than anyone else in history. This is why statistics struggle to explain him. Assists count numbers. Playmaking counts impact. And Messi's impact was total. He didn't just assist goals. He assisted belief. He assisted confidence. He assisted history. When Messi had the ball, teammates believed something special would happen. That belief changed football. This is why Lionel Messi is not just the greatest scorer, not just the greatest dribbler. He is the greatest playmaker the game has ever seen. Not because he passed the most, but because he understood the game better than anyone who ever played it. To truly understand why Lionel Messi stands above every playmaker in history, you must look beyond highlights and statistics. You must understand how he controlled the flow of football itself. Most playmakers operate within the rhythm of a game. Messi created the rhythm. When matches became chaotic, Messi slowed them down. When games became predictable, Messi broke them open. He was the only player who could decide not just what happened, but when it happened. This ability separated him from legends before him. Traditional playmakers waited for teammates to move. Messi moved defenders first. With a simple drop of the shoulder, he forced an entire backline to react. That reaction created imbalance. That imbalance created opportunity. And Messi punished it instantly. His greatest weapon was not speed, strength, or even technique. It was anticipation. Messi saw football in layers. While others focused on the ball, he focused on space. While others watched defenders, he watched intention. That is why his passes often looked impossible. He wasn't passing to where a teammate was. He was passing to where the game would be. This is elite playmaking. Throughout his career, Messi formed silent partnerships. He didn't need long explanations or rehearsed movements. A glance was enough. A half step was enough. Teammates learned quickly. If you make the right run, Messi will find you. And he always did. Fullbacks making overlapping runs. Midfielders breaking lines. Strikers pulling defenders away. Messi rewarded intelligence. This created a culture around him. Players became smarter because they played with him. Teams became braver because he gave them control. At Barcelona, Messi was the solution to every tactical problem. If the opposition defended deep, Messi threaded passes through the smallest gaps. If they pressed high, he dropped deeper and dismantled them with vision. If they sat compact, he pulled them apart with movement. He was football's ultimate problem solver. What made Messi terrifying as a playmaker was his unpredictability. Defenders couldn't read him. Not because he was random, but because he always chose the best option, even when it defied expectation. A simple pass when a shot was expected. A dribble when a pass seemed obvious. A pause when everyone anticipated speed. That hesitation destroyed defensive timing. Playmaking is not about doing more. It is about doing the right thing at the perfect moment. Messi lived in that moment. In international football, where time and space disappear faster, Messi's playmaking became even more valuable. Against disciplined defenses. Against physical opponents. Against teams built to deny creativity. Messi adapted. He dropped deeper. Controlled tempo. Carried the ball through pressure. Released teammates into space. Argentina didn't always dominate possession. But when Messi touched the ball, they dominated direction. This is why even in difficult tournaments, Messi remained the central figure. Not because he demanded the ball, but because the game demanded him. One of Messi's most underrated qualities as a playmaker was his defensive manipulation. He didn't beat defenders just with skill. He exhausted their minds. By constantly forcing decisions. By constantly shifting angles. By constantly presenting danger. Defenders were never at rest. Over 90 minutes, that mental fatigue created mistakes. Messi was waiting for them. And when the moment arrived, he delivered the final pass with surgical precision. Unlike many creators, Messi never overcomplicated football. His passes were clean. His touches minimal. His decisions sharp. He respected the game's simplicity. This made his playmaking universal, effective in any league, any system, any generation. Even late in his career, when legs slowed and intensity changed, Messi remained untouchable mentally. He played fewer touches, but every touch mattered more. This is the evolution of a great playmaker into an immortal one. Young players study his dribbles. Coaches study his positioning. Midfielders study his passing angles. But what they struggle to copy is his calm. Messi never rushed football. Football rushed around him. In moments of maximum pressure, his heartbeat slowed. That calm spread through the team. Confidence is contagious. Messi gave it freely. This is why players performed better beside him. This is why teams trusted him with responsibility. This is why coaches built entire systems around his mind. Messi didn't shout instructions. He showed answers. When you analyze football history honestly, no player combined elite vision, elite dribbling, elite scoring, elite decision-making at the level Messi did. Playmaking usually requires sacrifice of goals. Goals usually require selfishness. Messi balanced both perfectly. That balance broke football logic. He wasn't one or the other. He was everything at once. And that is why comparisons fall apart. Because Messi didn't fit into a role. He redefined one. He didn't just playmake. He orchestrated. He didn't assist. He commanded reality. And as long as football values intelligence, creativity, and clarity, Lionel Messi will remain the greatest playmaker the game has ever known. Great playmakers are remembered for passes. The greatest playmaker is remembered for changing how the game is understood. Lionel Messi did not simply create goals, he redefined intelligence in football. Before Messi, playmaking was viewed as a specialist role. A number 10 behind the striker. A midfielder dictating tempo from distance. Messi erased those borders. He proved that playmaking could come from anywhere, at any moment, under any pressure. He showed that creativity was not a position, it was a mindset. Young players across the world stopped asking, "Where should I play?" They started asking, "How should I think?" That is legacy. Messi's influence goes beyond trophies or assists. It lives in how modern football is coached. Coaches now design systems around space manipulation, not fixed positions. Players are encouraged to read the game, not just follow instructions. That shift exists because of Messi. He made decision-making the most valuable skill on the pitch. What separated Messi from every other playmaker was his emotional intelligence. He understood teammates. He sensed fear, confidence, hesitation. When a young player was nervous, Messi gave him the ball. When a teammate lacked belief, Messi trusted him in the biggest moment. That trust created courage. And courage creates football. Messi never played for applause. He played for harmony. Every pass aimed to improve the team's shape. Every movement served balance. Every decision protected control. This is why his teams rarely panicked when he was present. They knew order existed. In finals, when others froze, Messi simplified. One touch, one pass, one movement. He stripped football down to truth. That simplicity is the hardest thing to master. The greatest compliment to Messi's playmaking is this. Even when he didn't assist or score, he still dominated the match. Because control is not always visible. The opponent's fear. The altered defensive shape. The reduced risk-taking. These are the fingerprints of a true playmaker. Messi left them everywhere. When historians analyze football decades from now, they will struggle to explain Messi with numbers. They will describe feel. They will talk about inevitability, about calm, about intelligence. Because Messi's playmaking existed in moments that statistics cannot measure. A defender choosing the wrong angle. A midfielder arriving late because of hesitation. A team losing its identity trying to stop one man. That is dominance. Messi's humility amplified his greatness. He never demanded the spotlight. He never claimed ownership of success. Yet football gave it to him anyway. Because authenticity resonates. Children learn from Messi that you don't need to be loud to lead. You don't need to be powerful to control. You don't need to be selfish to shine. That lesson might be his greatest assist. Every generation defines greatness differently, but certain truths remain universal. The greatest playmaker makes teammates better, makes opponents worse, makes the game clearer. Messi did all three better than anyone in history. He did it for over a decade, across systems, across leagues, across tournaments. Consistency is the ultimate proof. Messi's playmaking didn't depend on speed, strength, or structure. It depended on understanding. Understanding does not fade. That is why even as his career reached its final chapters, his influence only deepened. Slower steps, sharper mind, fewer touches, greater impact. This is the final evolution of a genius. Messi didn't chase football. Football followed him. And when he eventually steps away from the pitch, something will remain missing. Not goals, not trophies, but clarity. Because for years, Messi gave football answers. Without him, the game will search again. And that is the mark of immortality. Lionel Messi is not the greatest playmaker because he assisted the most goals. He is the greatest playmaker because he understood football more deeply than anyone who ever lived. He connected movement to meaning, space to purpose, talent to truth. That understanding shaped an era, and it will shape the future. This is why debates end. This is why systems fail. This is why history agrees. Lionel Messi is, and will remain, the greatest playmaker in football history.